Hi, blank screen. Sorry, hold on. I feel like my audio levels are kind of messed up right now. I'm gonna mess around with them. There we go. Welcome! Welcome, welcome. Glad to hear. Hello, welcome back, Liberate. I had, quite the day. Today was my day off. I'm late, but I have an excuse. I, upgraded my SSD on my, tower. Whoops. On my, PC, and it's so... I had an awful SSD before. I went into Best Buy and I was like, hey, I have an SSD that has 120 gigabytes. And he goes, no, you mean it has 120 left? I said, no, in total it has 120. And that's what's been running Windows, and it's gotten to a point where my computer can't do anything. And they were like, damn, that's really bad. You should definitely fix that. So I just did. I put in a better SSD, as in like kind of the cheapest one they had, but it was still far better than the SSD I currently was working with. So I spent all today just like transferring Windows over, setting up my like new fresh Windows, and it's been painful. Honestly, it's been pretty painful, but we're here now. That, and I'm still having slight audio issues. I think I know how to fix it, but it's gonna be annoying to fix, which is fine. It's fine. I just have to do it, and it'll be okay. But that's a tomorrow problem. I was hoping today... So first, here's what's on the docket for today. I want to do my daily tarot, because I think that's fun. I just don't love to do tarot all the time, because sometimes when I do, people come in and they like want me to do cards for them, and then I feel a little bit like someone who's like profiting off religion. So it's not my favorite thing to do for that reason. But I definitely do like to do tarot, and I think it'd be fun to do it, so I want to. Then we'll do some Dr. K. What's the other thing I put in here? Let's what? It won't even let me see. I totally forgot what was the other thing I put in there. I know I said that I put in there that we could maybe do some drafting of some songwriting, because it doesn't happen until you literally sit down and do it. Here, let me find my YouTube here and see what I made my stupid title. What did I make my title? I made it... And let's write a song. Okay, yeah. That's what we have for today. I think that'd be kind of fun and cool and cute. And, like, we may not get to the point... We probably won't get to the point of recording, because the equipment I used to record my last song was really, to be honest, like, not very good. I was using my Yeti, which is what I'm using now. And it's fine, but like I have, actually I'll pull it out so you guys can see it, but I've got a much better microphone. It's like, it's wrapped in so many... Here it is. So this is the better microphone I have. It is an Apex 435. I believe it's better. I mean, it's got like an XLR input, so I assume it's a better mic. But yeah, it's a condenser microphone, and I'm pretty sure this stuff is like better for recording. So I want to use this before I do any recording. Problem is, I have a Go XLR. somewhere in this house. So this is, again, a tomorrow thing. Tomorrow I will search for my GoXLR, and then I have to probably get a new cord for it too, so it'll be a whole thing, but we'll figure it out. Hey, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. Because honestly, like, I do really want to use this thing, because it's just, like, why not use a high-quality microphone, you know? If we have the option to. And we do, kind of, have the option to. I'll make it so that we have the option to. Okay, I'm gonna throw this behind me. It'll be fine over there. Let me close down all these tabs of me searching up audio issues, audio issues, audio issues. HDMI to audio issues. MacBook. M2. Welcome back. Do I call you Nur? I feel like we've gotten to a first name basis at this point. Do I call you Nur? Is that alright? Okay. So first we're gonna start with tarot. For tarot, I'm gonna put on some kind of weird... It's gonna sound like weird music, but it's because this is the spiritual place I get to, and I'd like to bring you guys there with me. We're gonna put on some of this. I'm gonna turn it down a lot so it's not like blasting your eardrums out though. The adder? Okay. You got it. You got it. Alright, I'm gonna grab my tarot, it's just behind me. So I'll leave you with this ominous sound bowl. I'll even let you see it. Oh. I guess I have to fix that. Never heard the word adder before? First time for everything here. Annoying. Alright, I don't know why it's not capturing. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's happening. I'm gonna have to stop the sound bowl for a moment. Annoying! That's right, I think I know what's missing here. The type of snake? Oh, I thought it was literally just a word you were making up, to be honest. Hey, there we go. Oh, now the audio issues are back. Great. That's interesting. I'll take that into account. I'm just gonna grab my tarot cards. I love snakes, and why would you do that, is my question. Why would you subject yourself to that? So this is my tarot book. I like this book because it's very easy to just like flip to the right page as opposed to like Googling everything, which can get really annoying. I also like snakes well. I petted a snake before. Well, you know what? I feel like one of my cousins is a snake breeder. So like, you know, I say like you, but I feel like snakes are actually kind of dope. I just wouldn't want them on me or near me. But if I see like a garter snake in the wild, like that's chill. Okay, let me bring it back here. All right. So for our daily tarot, I'd like to do a nice red shuffle, throw it in like that. Oh, lose the audio for a second. Continue to lose the audio. Oh, I think I know why though. That should be better. I pull the card that says your audio is going to suck today. Happens. felt kind of like weirdly mermaid scales. I feel like I've touched a snake before. I've definitely gone to like those parks where you get to touch reptiles. You know? For like a birthday party when I was like 10. Oh, a card popped out. It wants to reveal itself. Ugh. We have, you guys get to see it first. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a card that represents a person, typically. A woman. The sword suit, I don't remember exactly what astrological things it aligns with, but Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords has a strong mind and keen intelligence. With a cool exterior, she may sometimes seem icy or aloof, but she's always kind and fair towards her subjects. The Queen will argue her opinions with a clear head and keen insight. She is not afraid to fight for her principles if her duties require it. When this card is selected, it may represent a female who displays these qualities, or may indicate that the time is right for these characteristics to be developed by the querent. So my interpretation of this is that I have to be smart today. Today's a smart day for me. My sister would love this, lol, she's a witch. And the best sisters are. And the best sisters are. And that is real and true. I used to identify with witchcraft a lot. I used to love it. And then I just sort of, it lost me. I lost it, you know, whatever. But I think part of it for me was like, I'm not a committed, I can't commit to anything like that. Like, I like to do something as like a pastime, but I can't like sit down and be something. You know what I mean? I can't worship. I can't do any of that because it's just not going to be authentic to me. But anyways, enough with the sound bowl, hey? So if my future today is to be smart, we had better jump right into Dr. K. But this time, okay, the last video we watched was a bit too analytical for me. It was like super like, he was pulling out equations, and sometimes like I just can't do it. You know? So, I'm gonna pick something that I think is gonna be like a good crowd pleaser. Me and my little bro used to do witchcraft, like I was the first one to start it in my household. It didn't go well. There was one time, this is a fun story, there was one time, so I have a Ouija board, and like, if you ask me modern day, like I don't believe in it, but back then I was really, I believed in it. And we have one that's from 1979. It's from my mom's side of the family from like a long ass time ago. So we loved using it because it did feel like the more powerful one, like something about it was like, ooh, this is powerful. And there was one time when I was using it and I decided to invite my friends over, and they are a little bit religious, but they kind of wanted to like play with it because they thought that's what it would be, is like playing and having fun. And so my sibling was also there as we were doing this. We were playing with this Ouija board, and all of a sudden it just starts like calling my friend, who was probably still is homophobic. She was like very openly homophobic, and it was something that like I continued to struggle with her. The Ouija board just started like calling her like homophobe, die. And she was like, whoa, I don't want to play this anymore. And my sibling was like, this is so crazy. That's so crazy that it called you a homophobe. And then like 5-6 years later, I talked to my sibling about it, and I was like, wasn't that crazy when that happened? And they said, can I confess something? I said, don't you dare. They were like, yeah, that was me. I was like, you suck. But also that's hilarious. That is hilarious, because ultimately it scared the crap out of them, so it was kind of iconic. But yeah. My sibling also, I think, still does practice witchcraft. It's just one of those things that just is just like food for the soul, like really is healing, ultimately. I still do witchcraft, the type, while I do random rituals. Gotcha. Just like whatever strikes you. I feel like I've probably got like moon water sitting in a drawer somewhere that like is most definitely not charged anymore. You know, You know how it is. Alright, I'm scrolling through some Dr. K here. Actually, I'll show you what I'm doing. There we go. Ugh. Ooh, the most dangerous form of meditation.
So the more you
Yes, I want to learn about this. Thank you, Dr. K. This is very interesting to me.
So the more you meditate, the longer you meditate, the more hardcore you meditate, the greater the chances are of some kind of side effect. I think that there's a lot about meditation that people don't understand. Is mindfulness safe? Is meditation safe? Well, the answer is, so today we're going to talk about the dark side of meditation. I love this topic. So like when I started getting into meditation about 21 years ago, if y'all can believe that, I was super skeptical of it. So I was like a really big skeptic. And I'm still, in a sense, a skeptic. But I really, so I went to India and I stayed in an ashram and I was like, what is this BS? And then people were talking about like energies and stuff. And people are talking about manifesting and all this kind of crap. And I was like, what is this stupid BS?
Thanks for joining. Also, yes, exactly. That's pretty much to a T exactly how I've used my spirituality back when I was a teenager.
Dude, what are these people talking about? None of this is scientific. So I practiced meditation for about 3 months and all kinds of different meditations and pranayams. And I really started to like it a lot. I was like, okay, this is actually, there's something here. But I was still somewhat skeptical. So the first thing that I actually did was join a research lab in India while I was still there. So it's cool because the first ashram that I went to had a research division. So I did EEG, studies on EEG on meditators. And so I was trying to figure out, okay, like what does the science say? And for the first kind of year or two, I really focused on practices that had biological plausibility or research support, as well as spiritual stuff. So I gravitated away from the spiritual practices and really focused on, okay, what can science really show is the benefit of meditation? And so that kind of ultimately started a journey where I ended up being a research assistant at this place called the Osher Research Center at Harvard, which is super cool. I was doing somatosensory research on the somatosensory cortex on Tai Chi. So it was very cool. So like learning really about the science of it. And then, you know, when I was practicing meditation, I encountered, and we'll talk about this more towards the end, you know, a lot of weird stuff, including personal experiences, including people that I met with. You know, I had a teacher who was teaching me about Kundalini sadhana. So Kundalini is like this energy that is seated at the base of your spine and rises up through your chakras. And they were telling me that, you know, when you do this kind of meditation practice, you can't be near people because you'll become hypersexual. So you and I, that's so fucking shady. You and I need to go out into the woods, into a cabin, and then I'm going to do things to you that make you hypersexual. And then I'll help you control it and clean out your chakras and stuff like that. And it's going to be dangerous for you to be anywhere else. And I was like, okay. And it turned out totally fine. It was great, all that good stuff. But the problem is that when we look at that kind of stuff, right, it's like rife for abuse. And one of the big dark sides of meditation, I know it's sus, is that there is a lot of room for abuse. So I think that there's a lot about meditation that people don't understand. I think there are dangers to meditation, very real dangers that are scientific. I've worked with people who have had negative psychological experiences from meditation. You know, I've seen patients in the emergency room who are there because they believe they're having a chakra awakening and they're like acutely psychotic. And so, you know, it's super cool to see this stuff clinically. I mean, it sucks for the person, but I'm grateful for the experience in terms of my growth and learning. So there are dangers to it. So let's kind of start with like kind of a bit of history, okay? So if we want to understand whether meditation is safe or not, we have to...
They say that meditation is like something you should like consult your healthcare provider on before you like jump into it, specifically if you have a history of psychosis or of any psychotic mental health problems, just to keep in mind. I know it's like, I love meditation so much because when you first like hear about it, you're kind of just like, yeah, like staring at a wall, I guess, like whatever. But when you actually do it, the mental state it brings you to is really like high. Like you become really high.
To understand, first of all,
a chakra awakening. Yeah, the way he was describing that made me raise my eyebrow a little bit. Went, huh? What were they telling you to do in the woods?
What has happened to meditation over the last 100 years, okay? So between, let's say, 5,000 years ago to about 100 years ago, meditation was basically considered a spiritual tradition that was taught within spiritual settings by spiritual masters. So it's like for the spiritual people, by the spiritual people, spiritual practice. About 100 years ago, some Westerners started to learn meditation. So a big part of this was Maharishi Mahesh Yogi with the explosion of TM, Transcendental Meditation, in the 60s. So Maharishi Mahesh Yogi like shows up, and this is like the good old days of like psychedelics and spiritual gurus and Osho and Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And so they start teaching meditation. And what happens is a group of people start to really benefit from it. And these people also have a background in science. So they see some beautiful progress with it, and they're like, we should study this. And good job, y'all. So they started doing a lot of studies on meditation, the benefits of meditation. A lot of this stuff was funded kind of by the transcendental meditation people. And then over time, we started to explore more and more meditation. And then a couple of like really important milestones. I think a big part of this was also Jon Kabat-Zinn. So maybe about 20 years ago, I'm not sure, and apologies to Jon Kabat-Zinn if I misrepresent this, but so he sort of runs the Center for Mindfulness at the University of Massachusetts. And I think there was a big movement to try to figure out, okay, if we're trying to study meditation, how do we do this, right? Because if you look at meditation, there's tantric meditation, there's chakra meditation, there's pranayam, there's qigong, there's transcendental meditation, there's mantra meditation, there's visualizations, there's guided meditation.
It feels like a ritual. Absolutely. I think that that's why meditation is often seen as so spiritual or like so linked to religion and spirituality, is because the way you get there very much resembles a ritual. Well, like, and you think about it, like, if you were to enter a cult, or if someone was to get like indoctrinated into a cult, one of the like stereotypes of that is like having like an entrance ritual. And what's the purpose of that? Like, when it comes to indoctrinating, what is the purpose of that? You know what I mean? So I think that part of that purpose is to get people to a headspace that resembles, either is meditative or resembles that kind of headspace where it is like almost disassociative or it's malleable. Like, I think meditation and hypnosis like also kind of go hand in hand for that reason. I think that the mental impairment or mental flexibility that comes with meditation and hypnosis are very similar, which is why it can be like kind of seen as dangerous, and why it can be so vulnerable, you know? But yeah, I think it is a ritual. Like, when you are going into a meditative state, you are doing a ritual of some sort, especially if it's in a religious context.
Meditations. There's yoga nidra, there's deep relaxation techniques. These are all kinds of different stuff. And how do we study this, right? Because these are all different things. Like doing like a Wim Hof style Nepalese, I'm going to be in sub-zero temperatures naked and not getting frostbite meditation is very different from do a guided meditation about let's take a walk through your safe space in the forest. These are different things, neurologically, psychologically, consciously, physiologically. These are different things, right? So there's some techniques of meditation, for example, that can increase the peripheral body temperature by up to 9 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? About 5 degrees Celsius, 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. That's very different from a guided visualization of walking through the...
I think that's the Tibetan breathwork meditation. I know my shit. I love meditation.
So Jon Kabat-Zinn did something super cool. So he tried to define mindfulness. So what he tried to do, I think, I met the guy many years ago when I was doing research at Harvard, because he collaborated some with my PIs. But, here's what I see as the brilliance of what he did. He tried to take all of these different spiritual traditions and boil them down to the most basic component, which is what he calls mindfulness. Now, the cool thing about doing that is this standardizes what we're studying. So now we're studying mindfulness, which is these four things, like attention in the present, non-judgmental awareness, like a couple of these different things that constitute mindfulness. But this is not meditation. This in Sanskrit is called Sakshi Bhav, which is the very first step of meditation. So a couple of important things happened there. The first is that we're now able to standardize it. We're now able to study it because we're talking about the same thing. So that's good, but we lose a lot of the spiritual power and a lot of the esoteric practices because there's nothing about mantras in mindfulness meditation, right? Mindfulness is not about mantras. There's nothing about energy or shakti or accumulating or manifesting or anything like that. It's just the basics of understanding your mind. And so now what started to happen is we've had a division within this idea of meditation. We have the secularized, sterilized, protocolized, denuded of gurus tradition of mindfulness. This is predominantly what we find in apps. Then on the flip side, we have these more esoteric meditative traditions that do more hardcore meditation. And these things are not all the same. They're apples and oranges. And as we'll discover, there are many different types of meditation, which we're now beginning to categorize. So now we get to the issue of safety. Because is mindfulness safe? Is meditation safe? Well, the answer is it depends. What kind of meditation are you doing? What kind of mindfulness are you doing? Because the kind of practice that you do will correlate with how safe or unsafe it is.
One of my favorite examples of like dangerous meditation is the Tibetan breathwork meditation, in which, if I remember correctly, it involves large amounts of like oxygen deprivation, or like it requires significant amounts of oxygen deprivation from the brain, and then you what you do is you pump your brain full of oxygen by hyperventilating, and then you get it to a state where it's like so full of oxygen that you then breathe out and you stop breathing. And this can go for like a stupid long time, but you're able to do it because you do this hyperventilating, this oxygenating process first, and then you do that. And it's like technically physically possible, but it's also very dangerous for obvious reasons. So that's one that that's probably like the most dangerous one. There's also just the fact that, like, if you are, as I said earlier, if you suffer from psychosis and you were to do meditation, it can oftentimes worsen these symptoms, especially if you just go in blind and you don't tailor your meditation to your specific needs.
Okay, so let's take a look at some really interesting articles that are talking about that. So this, I think, is what we're going to start with. So unwanted effects. Is there a negative side of meditation, a multi-center study? So the first thing that I want to point out to y'all is that this is starting to happen where people are starting to break apart the different kinds of meditation. So one is something called focused attention.
I don't do readings,
one is open monitoring. One is imagination. One is body awareness. One is compassion. And one is some kind of informal practice. Okay? So we talk about this a lot in Dr. K's Guide to Meditation. We talk about dharana, right? Which is very different from just an open monitoring, which is like a mindfulness-based practice. So just to let you all know, this is about, sometimes when I meditate, I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed and I'm just chilling, right? Just monitoring, just observing whatever comes. This is mindfulness. And there are other times where we're doing practices like charging the laser beam. So I'm putting all of my attention into this point right kind of over here, slightly above the eyebrows and the source of the Brahmanadi. Or I'm doing a focused attention, a practice on something like the Muladhara Chakra. And then I can add something like Mula Bandha, which is a contraction of my perineum, which is also part of a meditative practice. So the perineum is the area between your scrotum and your anus, if you're a man. It's somewhere, around the vagina, and it's kind of inside the vagina, kind of near the G-spot. For women,
so there's a
Kegel exercises. When you contract that, that's a different kind of practice. And in the meditative tradition, the benefits of meditation and the risks of meditation correlate with the intensity of the practice. So the hypersexuality-inducing practice that I did was a Muladhara Chakra practice. So this is the root chakra. This is where our sexual energy resides. And so as you activate this through meditation, all kinds of things will start to happen. And so even the safety of the practice depends. So doing contraction of the Muladhara Chakra is, generally speaking, pretty safe. Gynecologists will teach this in their office, right, as Kegel exercises. But when we combine that with certain breathing practices, when we combine it with consciousness practices, where we're focusing our attention plus contraction plus pranayam, when we're lowering our respiratory rate or we're hyperventilating, we're doing all kinds of different things that will vastly alter the benefits of the practice, the awakening of the chakra, as well as the safety concerns. So the first thing that we have to understand about meditation is that it's not all the same, okay? So here are a couple of, this is just one categorization.
Yeah, I zoned out for a moment, and then I came back, and he's talking about, he's like, it's kind of near the vagina, sometimes a little in the vagina. I'm like, what are we talking about? What happened in the moment I went to change the stream title a little bit?
Other ways to kind of categorize it. And then they'll also look at things like years of practice, right? So there are other issues like, how veteran of a meditator are you? Is hiking dangerous or is it safe? Well, it depends on where you go, how competent you are, what your experience is, how prepared you are. That determines whether an activity is safe or not. So now what we can do is they looked at unwanted effects. So this is a sample size pretty small. It's 87 people. So 25%, 1/4 of people reported some kind of thing that they didn't enjoy. The majority of people who had an unwanted effect are, not majority, the plurality of people are individual practice. And this is what's really interesting, is that focused attention actually has the highest likelihood. So 17% of people who had an unpleasant experience were doing focused attention. And 8% of people were doing body scan. So body scan seems to be the safest. Focused attention is the most dangerous. And we'll talk about why that is once we get to the meditative theory, because yogis will tell you the same thing. Hey, y'all, if you're interested in applying some of the principles that we share, but you relate. The other thing that we tend to see is that a higher duration of practice correlates with more adverse effects. And I don't know if y'all have heard me talk about this, but usually what I'll say is that we should meditate for about 20 minutes, right? So I've said this. So if y'all watch Dr. K's Guide to Meditation, about 18 minutes is how long it takes to trigger inhibition of cortisol production from the hypothalamus. So meditating under 20 minutes is basically quite safe. And the longer that you meditate, greater than 40 minutes, we see an increase in the risk of side effects. Let's look at the kinds of side effects people get. So people will get anxiety, including panic attacks. So I think some of this is like physiologic in nature. Depersonalization or derealization experiences are also quite common, right? So 10% of people have some sense of disconnection or disconnection from the self. And then, but half of the people don't report any kind of details about what is on.
So let's read through this for a moment. Some of the symptoms people report when having negative experience with anxiety or with meditation include anxiety, panic attacks. That hasn't happened for me. Pain. So I used to do meditation and I wasn't sitting properly when I was doing it, so I got some pretty bad lower back pain. So yeah, depersonalization and derealization. I think that's pretty common, especially when you're just doing like the standard eyes closed, silence for like 30 minutes. Yeah, dude, it can get intense. 20 is still like a lot. Hypomania or depressive symptoms. I feel like when I haven't experienced that. Visual focalization problems, loss of consciousness. Yeah. It depends entirely on the meditation, I think. Like, I would definitely get dizziness when doing the Tibetan one because, like, yeah, you're holding your breath for a really long amount of time. There's going to be negative side effects to that, but, yep.
Pleasant. The
Yeah.
good news is that continuous symptoms are quite rare, right? So when we advise people about meditation, we say, if something weird is happening, stop, first of all, and then go see a doctor. Those are the two things that you should do if you have an adverse experience in meditation. And people may wonder, okay, what is a doctor going to do if they don't understand the meditation? You'd be surprised at how decent they are, right? So we're trained in a lot of basically simple clinical reasoning, which is if you're doing something and it's hurting you, stop doing it. And let's evaluate you for other things that could be going wrong, right? Let's just do a thorough diagnostic workup for psychosis, for panic attacks. Let's just see what's kind of going on here. So we have systems, even if a doctor may not be sufficiently trained in meditation, we are generally trained in the things that are dangerous, right? So we know how to detect schizophrenia. We know how to detect mania. And we're good at picking up that stuff, so we can just make sure that something else isn't going on and that you can be safe. Good news is that the majority of people don't have continuous problems from meditation. It looks like discontinued meditation, yes. That's kind of scary, right? Very few people discontinued. And very few people sought care from a medical professional, which I think makes a lot of sense, which is why we try to encourage you to do that, right? So don't be like these people. So once again, we're starting to see some basic issues about, or basic understanding of side effects from meditation. And then we're going to go on even a little bit more. So now the paper, what it really does is looks into a lot of different specifics of what kind of adverse effect people have, right? And we see some of this stuff in our community. So 66% of people experience some degree of lack of interest in their surroundings. This is arguably a benefit of meditation, right? That we become a little bit more detached. Lack of interest in other people's conversations. IDGAF.
I want to read through these a little bit. Restlessness/anxiety when not practicing formal meditation. Okay. Boredom. Yep. Feeling that time is not spent meditating is wasted. These are really interesting. Difficulty in feeling comfortable in the world. Yeah. Lack of interest in people's conversations. That's kind of rough. And a little bit relatable.
I'm just not interested in other people. We start to feel bored by other people, right? This is a percentage of people who have some kind of minimum scoring of yes. And the good news is that this is the percentage of people who experience maximal symptoms of this. And this is very low, right? So it's not like people have a 10 out of 10 great emotional pain, but 52% of people experience some degree of emotional pain. 45%. So now what we're going to do is take a look at a couple of the conclusions of this study. So first thing is most reported unwanted effects are mild and do not lead to discontinued meditation or the need for medical assistance. So that's pretty good, right? So even if something happens, I think y'all should stop, but they don't lead to long-term consequences. In fact, can be related to changes in detached perspective of the self, different stages of insight, or the use of meditation in participants with previous pathological disorders that have not been correctly diagnosed, okay? So what this kind of is talking about is that some of these can be psychologically challenging. They can lead to a detached perspective of self. They can lead to changes in the way that you see the world, okay? So study also confirmed the second hypothesis that a higher frequency of practice may generate more unwanted effects, especially in terms of duration of the session. So the more you meditate, the longer you meditate, the more hardcore you meditate, the greater the chances are of some kind of side effect. This is why we, generally speaking, advocate for 20 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week, or even every day is okay. This is also really important. Confirmed our initial hypothesis that some types of meditation practices may interact to influence the prevalence of unwanted effects. Focused attention is associated with unwanted effects, i.e. the most dangerous, whereas body awareness practices are associated with fewer unwanted effects. So let's talk about this for a second. Why is this? So if we look at the clinical use of meditation, when we use meditation in a clinical setting, not all meditations are the same. So if you look at something like dialectical behavioral therapy is a therapy that has a lot of grounding techniques. So these are people, this is usually used for people who have things like borderline personality disorder. So intense amounts of emotional dysregulation when things are bad. People with BPD can also have a tendency to experience derealization or depersonalization. They feel untethered from their sense of self. They can have a lot of negative thoughts. So we want to use meditations that ground them in their experience of self. So when someone is having a borderline personality disorder crisis, they're catastrophizing. They think they're a terrible person. They're also activating some hemispheric lateralization, which means that their brain is actually activating a dissociative protective mechanism. Okay, this is all in Dr. K's Guide to Trauma if y'all are interested. So what happens when we experience too much is our brain, just like tech support, is like, you know what? This is busted. Why don't we try turning it off and turning it on again? So if you have some problem in your computer, what do? You turn it off and you turn it on again. You'll see if that fixes the problem. Works in the brain too. The brain is a computer. So the brain is like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dissociate for a little bit. I'm going to let this physiology calm down, and then I'll plug back in tomorrow. This is what a dissociative episode is. It gets triggered by trauma. We even know that the neuroscience of this is we have our right hemisphere, which experiences a lot of emotion. We have our left hemisphere, which experiences a lot of analysis. And literally what happens is the traffic between the two hemispheres starts to get reduced. Traffic across the corpus callosum gets reduced. Bessel van der Kolk did some amazing studies on this. And when that traffic gets reduced, we basically block off our emotions. We don't experience them anymore. When we dissociate and we become depersonalized, our analytical mind is working, but our emotions aren't active at all. So when people talk about trauma, right, they can talk about it in a very, very numb way because they're just thinking about it very dispassionately because the emotions are too much to handle. The brain is trying to protect you from it. So the body will release natural endorphins to protect you from the sensation of pain, right? That's why pain gets better over time. When I have an acute injury, it hurts a lot. And then over time, it starts to hurt less. That's because endorphins are kicking in. Our psychology, our neurology has the same kind of protective mechanisms. So body awareness practices makes perfect sense that they do not lead to negative experiences because these are the practices that we use to ground people in their body. Now, focused attention is a different category. And open awareness is also a different category. So one of the things that we have to be careful about for open awareness meditations is this is when I'm just sitting there and I'm going to observe non-judgmentally whatever comes up in my mind. Now, this works great if there isn't a lot of toxic stuff lying dormant in your mind. So remember that our mind has psychological defense mechanisms. What is that? So our mind, in order to stay safe, blocks off certain negative experiences. So y'all will know this if you've ever talked to someone who's in denial, right? You try to tell him, hey, your drinking is a problem, bro. And he's like, no, it isn't. It's fine. I'm not as bad as this person. It'll be a problem when I'm as bad as this person. That's when it's a problem. It's not a problem right now. It's not my problem. You can have a narcissistic defense, which is like, I'm great and you're wrong, you're bad. It's a very black and white way of thinking. You're doing everything bad. I'm doing everything right. Right? Because why? Why does the narcissistic defense exist? It exists because if you screwed up and you acknowledge how bad you screwed up, the guilt from that could be so overwhelming that it would cripple you. Right? So this is why we have defense mechanisms. And defense mechanisms are there for a reason, to protect ourselves. So when we do some open awareness meditations, we have to be very careful if you have a history of trauma or something like that. Because as we non-judgmentally observe things, the problem is that the non-judgmentalness is a skill. If you just stop for a second and close your eyes and you observe whatever comes up, the basic problem of being human is that we are not non-judgmental. As a thought comes up, I'm a loser, we can't view that thought non-judgmentally. As a thought comes up, oh, my friends from high school are doing so much better than I am, we can't view that non-judgmentally. We may be able to view some negative aspects of ourselves non-judgmentally, but there's basically a difficulty curve, right? It's like there's a level 1 mob, there's a level 99 mob. And these things have very different hit point pools, very different damage, very different armor ratings, very different move sets. And so the thoughts in our mind have different levels of difficulty, different strengths for us to be detached from. So open awareness meditation, I do not recommend if you're keeping a lot of stuff bottled up. So if you engage in a lot of avoidance strategies, video games, pornography, drugs, whatever, oh, I'm feeling bad, let me go distract myself from my mind. What is that? That's another defense mechanism. So open awareness is the process of opening that up, letting whatever comes up. It can be useful. It can be good, right? Because we want to level that up eventually, but it can be very dangerous. So I think open awareness meditation, for example, I'll do that with patients with a history of trauma if I'm there with them. Because then whatever comes up, then we work through that, right? So you have to be careful about open awareness. Now we get to focused attention. Now, why is focused attention the most dangerous? Because focused attention is the stuff that is activating all the chakras. Okay, so now we have to understand this very clearly. See, all the weird esoteric techniques are not body scans. They're not open awareness. They're focusing your energy into a particular chakra. So the ones that are more powerful, the ones that are more dangerous, are the ones that involve focused attention, because it is a meditative goal that you are trying to achieve. So there are easier versions of this and harder versions of this, or more powerful and less powerful. Let's put it that way. So, right? So when I'm defining power as there's more powerful explosions and less powerful explosions. That's neither good nor bad. It's just, if we're talking about fireworks, great, we want a less powerful explosion that does the job. If we're talking about nuclear fission, that's a whole different ballgame. So with the more powerful meditation comes more danger, just like the difference between a firecracker and a nuclear reaction. And all of the techniques that are more esoteric in nature usually involve focused awareness. So that makes them both more potent and more dangerous, okay? So focused awareness was found to be positively associated with greater self-criticism and feeling that the time spent not meditating was wasted. We're going to talk about that in a second. So this paper, let's just kind of recap, right? So this paper is looking at the different kinds of meditation and recognize the different kinds of side effects that we can have. And we have a couple of quick TLDRs about safe meditation practice. First of all, if something bad happens, stop. If something bad happens, go seek guidance from a medical professional or a spiritual teacher who's competent. Next thing is frequency and duration of practice increase the risk, and focused attention is more dangerous and also more potent. Body scanning yourself for 20 minutes a day seems incredibly safe, according to this paper, right? And also as a clinician, I've seen very, very, very few adverse reactions to body scanning. None comes to mind. I'm not saying that they can't happen, but I've never really seen one. The only thing I can think about we'll talk about this in a second too, is that sometimes if people are already not in a healthy state of mind, then body scanning can be problematic. So if I'm working with a patient, for example, with the Cotard delusion, so this is a manifestation oftentimes of schizophrenia. The Cotard delusion is the belief that a part of your body is dead or rotting. So people just believe, they're like, my kidney is dead. And you'll be like, what does that mean? And they'll say, my kidney is dead. It's rotting inside me. It's no longer alive. A part of my body has died and is rotting, and it needs to be removed. And we check their GFR, glomerular filtration rate, seems completely normal. Their creatinine clearance is normal. Kidney looks intact. We can ultrasound that baby. Looks like it's working fine. So sometimes what happens in schizophrenia is we have all of these benign symptoms from our body, signals from our body, which that get interpreted through the schizophrenic mind as negative, right? And let's just talk about that for a second because it's cool. So the problem with schizophrenia is that there are associations that get made that normally shouldn't get made. So if I look up at the sky and I see a cloud and I say, that looks like a dog. It's not a dog, it's a cloud. It's a random assortment of water molecules that have been vaporized and are in the atmosphere. There's no dog there. But our brain has a circuit that generates a pattern out of neutral stimuli. In schizophrenia, this circuit becomes hyperactive. So when I'm walking down the street and I see someone walking by me and they nod, I'm like, that means something. We start seeing patterns where they don't exist. Then I walk past the second person, this person smiles. And I walk past a third person, and this person is on their cell phone. And I think to myself, hold on a second, this is 1, 2, 3. And then I look at the door, the address of the place next to me, and it says 111 123. There are 3 ones, and it's a 123. And then I see a car that has 023. because there are too many ones over there and there's 0, 2, 3. There's an absence of ones. So this is somehow connected. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 everywhere. And this is what happens in schizophrenia. So now what we think about is that sometimes with body signals, this can happen. So when I work with people who have things like the Cotard delusion, I'll ask them, tell me what the sensory stimuli are. And usually what happens is they have an olfactory stimulus. Something is smelly. Something smells like it's rotting. And then everywhere I go, I smell the rotting smell. Therefore, what do you conclude? It must be some part of me. And by the way, I feel a twinge over here. Maybe you've got a tiny little kidney stone forming, right? Or you sleep on one side or something like that. And then they combine these things. So body scans, we have to be careful if someone has some pre-existing things. So if they have an internal hypersensitivity, which we can see in things like panic attacks, we can see in things like irritable bowel syndrome, then we have to be careful about body scanning. But generally speaking, focused attention is more esoteric, more powerful, therefore more dangerous. Hey y'all, hope you enjoyed today's video. We talk about a bunch of...
Thank you, Dr. K. Thank you for that lovely video. I wanted to, before we jump into songwriting, because honestly it's a bit daunting for me and I don't want to start it too early, but I kind of wanted to look at, so I've worked so many different retail fast food hats, so I kind of wanted to see if I could find like a video on arrests at fast food restaurants. It could be not fun, it could be a lot of fun. I guess we'll just have to frickin' watch it and see. This one's called Law and Crime Network.
That's when my coworker told me that she had just called back and said she was gonna run a car into the building. And 5 minutes later, she did it.
So we got a call that you're passed out in the drive-thru right now. And so I come here and I see you slumped over at the wheel. Yeah.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
A woman drives her car into a Popeyes allegedly because she's missing a biscuit. A murder suspect calls police on himself because his fries are cold. And an armed robber shoots at a Taco Bell employee, but the worker shoots back. Sometimes your combo meal could come with a side of crime. We're breaking down the top 8 alleged crimes.
That's the biggest crime, and this whole video is gonna be that dumb joke.
Fast food restaurants around the country. Welcome to After Hours, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Sam Goldberg. First, we're in the metro Atlanta area. That's where a man who had a warrant out for his arrest for murder called police on himself because his french fries were cold. It's August 2022. A Kennesaw police officer is responding to a McDonald's location. He meets up with Antoine Sims, who has some complaints about the service.
What's up, man?
We the one that called.
Okay, what's up?
Basically, we went in there, purchased some food. I guess it's something wrong with their server. A lady before us tried to order on the little box thing. She said that wasn't working. He had to stop us from ordering and go help her.
Okay.
So he probably frustrated at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole scenario from what I get.
So why'd y'all call? So like what happened?
Because we ordered the food. He couldn't print us a receipt.
Okay.
So he said the receipt would be printed in the back. So I said, okay. So we sat down, me and my fiance looking for homes around here.
Gotcha.
So we went back to Progressive Rentals looking at homes. I guess our order was called, but we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold. So when I come up, I say, I try the fries. The fries they're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, can we get some fresh fries?
Okay.
He said, okay, the fries are not hot. Touch the fries. I said, no, they're not hot. And at this point, you don't touch them, so yeah, can I just get it the first set?
Okay.
So is he getting the fries? And I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. 5 minutes ago, I can run my store however I want to run my store.
Okay.
This now, sir, I didn't pay. He said, matter of fact, you can leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I'll do a refund. I say, sir, with Cash App card, it's 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway when I pay for my order.
Okay.
When the officer asks Sims for his information, Sims appears to realize he may have made a mistake.
Do you have your ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get your information.
Okay.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
The officer then goes inside to talk to the owner of the franchise.
He insists that all his food's cold.
Okay.
He's burning my hands, so whatever. That's, not...
So far, this is a very lame story. I hate when I click on things like this where it's like true crime. They're like, this crazy thing happened, and it's like literally someone had cold food, and then the manager said, no, get out, and then they called the police. Now, I tend to speak a little too soon when it comes to this, but like, so far, this just kind of, I really hope they're not gonna pull a fast one on me, and it's just gonna be like, then the guy was like, hey, yo, like, kill yourself or something, and then like, that's it.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I took another nice cold stretch cussing me. You better give me fresh fries, like, what? He starts losing it, starts shoving his food at me. And I said, sorry. I said, well, then tell you what, you can take your business elsewhere, give me a car, I'll give you a refund. No, you're not going to give me an effing refund, you're going to give me my food and my money back. I said, okay, look, sir. He started shoving his food. I took his food. So he's got nothing to shove at me because next thing you know, he's throwing his drink at me. So I took his food, took it, spread it, put it in the trash. Give me your car. Refund. Business elsewhere. Please don't come back.
Okay.
Screaming at me. I want him CT'd.
Okay. Did you give him his refund? Like, is that all part?
He refused to.
Okay.
You're not going to give me a refund.
Okay.
No,
you're fine.
This is the way he was talking.
Okay.
They're coming for me. They're coming to arrest me. What is happening? I'm just gonna unplug it, and plug it back in. Here we go. There we go.
Okay.
I mean, dude's obviously on probation, got an ankle bracelet on.
Okay.
Once the officer has Sims's info, he radios it in and gives Sims an update on what happens next.
1162 Kennesaw. Can you run one name and date of birth? All right, so here's the deal. As a business owner, he has the right to not remake your food. He is willing to do a refund. He has no problems doing a refund, but he's not going to remake your food. As a business owner, he can do that. Okay. He does not want you coming back in the store. He actually wants us to criminally trespass you, so you will not be allowed back at this McDonald's.
I don't even stay here.
It doesn't matter. He's requested it. We got to do it. It's not a big deal. It's a piece of.
Charge me?
No, we're not charging you. It's a piece of paper we're going to give you that's going to say, hey, you can't come back to this McDonald's. That's all it is.
Wow. Like,
yeah.
No, just realistically, did I do anything?
I don't know. I'm not here to even figure that out. I'm here to keep the peace. Yeah, this is completely civil. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? Does anything actually happen? Then they talk.
For time, and passes a message to the other cop on the scene.
What's the address here? Like that. So many damn addresses. So, there's policy later 1099. 2049 Cop Parkway.
The officer doesn't exactly know what Sims's warrant is for yet because it's out of another Metro Atlanta county. And as more squad cars start to pull up to the McDonald's, he does his best to keep Sims calm so they can detain him. But Sims is spooked.
All right, Mr. Sims, come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this. No, you're not. Yeah, just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
You have to sign it saying that you don't want to come back to the property.
So you'll fill this part out.
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. Will you come over here, man?
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you afraid?
I've been here 3 years, sir. I'm afraid of y'all.
All right, I'm gonna walk you through. Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it out.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill. Am I ready?
Right, yeah. Come on.
No, let's do it. Yeah.
Cop immediately eats shit. Once again.
Car.
It's like this running thing is not working out. This whole running thing is not working out for me.
As Sims takes off, the officer mobilizes both his fellow Kennesaw police officers and Cobb County Sheriff's deputies to help in the pursuit. They're not exactly sure where Sims has run to, so the other officer searches a nearby FedEx processing center.
Hey, I just had one run from me. He may be back here.
Go ahead, Bob.
Kennesaw, I'm back here on the back end of FedEx.
But Sims isn't there, so the officer heads back out to try another location. There's a report at this point that Sims might be trying to get into an apartment at a nearby complex. The officer gets out of his squad car and looks around, but doesn't see any. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he spots him.
Got him! Contact! Contact, backside!
The officer then tases Sims, and fellow officers quickly come in to apprehend him. Once Sims is restrained, he wants to know why he's under arrest.
So why would y'all arrest me? Did you have a warrant?
We were actually just detaining you until it was confirmed, and then you ran.
No, why?
So now you have one.
Why did now you're gonna have charges. No, listen, why did I have a warrant?
Don't know. We didn't get to figure it out.
Fulton County, we didn't get a chance to figure it out. No, but now you're gonna have warrants out of our jurisdiction too.
No, this is what I'm saying, sir. I didn't. It's ants on me, bro. Biting me. That's a spider. That's a spider, bro. That was whatever's with the spider, bro.
You cannot tell me that's all that happens. You put this in the wildest arrests at fast food restaurants, and he just got chased down. I hate when they do this to me. I hate when they do this to me. Come on, guys. Give me something good. There was one time when I was working at McDonald's when I, there was one time I was working at McDonald's. I wasn't technically there for this, but I was really close with all of the friends. Listen to me talk. I was close with all my coworkers. We were like friends, I guess. And one of my coworkers was working like night shifts. I used to work night shifts as well, but like it just wasn't the environment for a woman to be generally, so I didn't work there very long. But one of my night shift buddies told us, because there was like some police presence in one of the mornings, and I was like, yo, this is weird, why is there police presence? And it turned out that night someone was coming through the drive-thru, and it was night shifts, so it was probably like 3 a.m. or something, and they went to the speaker and they ordered their food, and then they went to the first window and they stopped there. But if you know anything about night shifts at McDonald's, is that they typically will say like wave you to the next window and be like, come on, like, you know, because they don't have the first window open and they can't take payment there because they've closed the register. But the dude was just sitting there, so like waving him forward, like, come on, like, what's happening? And he wasn't moving forward. And so eventually, like, after some time, they were like, they got out, they like went to go up to him, like they walked up to him in the drive-thru, like, hey, and he had passed away in the drive-thru. He was at the first window, overdosed or something, and he died. So crazy shit happens at McDonald's. I worked at a pretty busy one, like a pretty busy McDonald's, but like shit, like crazy shit like that happens. And then you're gonna show me someone who just ran because they were being chased by police and they didn't know why, and you're gonna tell me this is one of the 8 wildest arrests at fast food restaurants? Get out of my face. I hate that that's how they started this video. That really does piss me off. I don't care.
His warrant was for not from Fulton County. The bond he's talking about was a $275,000 bond from Fulton County, where Sims had been locked up since 2019. His warrant was for not appearing in court after he was released from jail. Sims had been charged in the 2018 killing of a woman during an alleged drug deal. Sims was believed to be part of a group that planned to rob the dealer, but then shots were fired.
So the crazy thing didn't even happen in the McDonald's.
To cover it up, the group allegedly drove the woman's body to a subdivision and then set the car on fire. Sims's case in Fulton County was scheduled for February, but has been continued until an unknown date. Next, we're in Akron, Ohio, where an armed suspect tried to rob a Taco Bell, but an employee was armed as well. It's New Year's Day, 2024.
No, did anybody come inside?
Yeah, they robbed us.
Or did they leave out?
They didn't get any money because...
Or are they still here?
No.
Okay. check real quick just because. Okay, it's locked.
An employee who was held at gunpoint is emotional as she tries to explain to police what had happened.
I have to need surveillance. I can bring up.
Okay.
If you need.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
This has never happened to me.
You're okay. You're okay.
I peed my pants.
It's okay. It's okay. Take a deep breath.
Ah.
You're okay. You're okay. You're safe.
That was my
I know. You're safe. You're safe.
According to Akron police, the 35-year-old suspect shot at a 21-year-old employee. But that employee had a gun of his own and fired back, hitting the suspect.
Because I open the drawer for him, I sit this there, and then I back away.
Gun hasn't been fired yet?
Gun hasn't been fired yet. Watch the door. It'll tell you there's some guy walking.
Not the music
across.
in the background. I can't get over the background music.
First shot right.
Sorry, I don't know. I guess I just disconnected. But I'm back now. There's a what was I saying? Oh yeah, the like fry vat. There's like this thing about like when I started working there, I noticed like I would hear it in my dreams, and I told my coworkers, and they were like, "Yeah, this is a very common experience." So I hear the like fry vat in the background there, and I'm kind of like, because I'm triggered.
There was both of them. Yes.
The Taco Bell employee wasn't hurt, but officers saw some of the suspect's blood as they searched the parking lot.
We advised, we have drops of blood in the parking lot. People can check if we have any walk-ins.
The suspect then showed up at a local hospital with a gunshot wound to his upper body. Police identified him as Timothy Hyatt. Investigators later identified the man who dropped the suspect off at the hospital as 33-year-old Rayshawn Bruce. At first, he told police he didn't know Hyatt and just happened to be driving by when the shooting happened.
But I most definitely, when we pulled up, like when we seen what happened, and I ain't actually see it, but I heard it and I seen the gunfire from the gun. And I pulled up, like type shit. I made her bend the block, though, I ain't gonna hold you. I made her turn it, I made her go all the way around the block. Then I pulled up, I grabbed him, I picked him up, and I put him in the car.
You don't know this guy?
No, I don't know him.
Investigators later determined Bruce was involved in the robbery of the Taco Bell location. Bruce entered a not guilty plea to the charges of aggravated robbery and violating parole. Hyatt also entered a not guilty plea as well. He faces more serious charges on top of the aggravated robbery count, including assault and a felon in possession of a firearm. Both suspects have a status conference hearing scheduled for March. Next, we're back in Georgia, but this time it's Augusta, and it's a Popeyes location that's at the center of the chaos.
Popeyes.
Deputies with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office are at the restaurant on February 18th, 2023. An employee of the fast food chicken place is explaining what's going on.
She came up here and first she said she was gonna shoot me and my friend over a Mexican biscuit, but we gave her the biscuit. She was caught up here harassing me and my friend. She just like she was ready for like going into the building.
So she drove forward or she backed into it?
No, she drove forward, like she backed out of the building.
That's right. The woman was upset because biscuits were missing from her order. So she returned to the store and drove her Toyota RAV4 right into the door. She even gave the employees fair warning that that was what she was going to do.
She called like 2 minutes prior y'all pulled up. Say, I'm finna run my car in y'all building. Y'all ain't whatever. And he said, I'm finna run my car right in y'all building. Y'all better get out the way. Or something like that. Yeah, because she said, I'm finna run my car and I don't give a shit on prison. And she just, because I said, please don't do that. Please don't do it. Because you going to jail if you do. Just don't do it.
The deputy then heads into the kitchen of the restaurant to talk with the manager who was on duty at the time.
Oh, so she came in?
She came in the first time, and I called the police the first time to get escorted out of here because she was disturbing everybody else. And she told me that y'all gonna have to arrest me. They're gonna have to pull me out of here. I'm confined, and that's their job, so I'm gonna let them do that.
Okay.
She actually called up here to let us know she was gonna run that car into this building. When she came through, they must have forgot the biscuit out of her bag. And she drove off, and then I guess when she realized it was gone, she called back and told me about the situation. As soon as I answered the phone, she was and I'm like, lady, okay, babe, I'm sorry. I do apologize. Bring it, if you feel like come back up in the night, because I know it's cold outside. I'll replace whatever was missing. Exactly the way I said it to her. She started making threats and saying this is how people get killed. racial slurs, everything to us, black people, she black herself.
One of the employees is able to pull up surveillance video on her phone to show the deputy.
Oh my God, she did.
Police were later able to identify the suspect as Belinda Miller. They found the RAV4 in her driveway. Miller was later charged with aggravated assault and criminal damage to property in the first degree. She entered a guilty plea in May 2023 and was sentenced to 10 years in prison and then 10 years probation once she's released. She also has to pay more than $30,000 for the damage to the building and is not allowed to enter any Popeyes restaurant ever again. Next, we head to Fall River, Massachusetts, where 8 juveniles were arrested
Are these all
after
McDonald's? Oh no, the last one was Popeyes.
police say they refused to leave a McDonald's. It's October 18th, 2023. Officers responded to a McDonald's location where a large group of teens had gathered around 3 p.m.
From the manager, if you just walked in, time to leave, or you're gonna be subject to trespass and will be arrested. I gave you the warning before you came in. They didn't want you in here. Time to leave, folks.
The officer realizes his warning isn't having much of an effect.
1264. Go to need more cars at McDonald's.
Wait, why? I missed why.
Damaged. Police. Next, we head to Fall River, Massachusetts, where 8 juveniles were arrested after police say they refused to leave a McDonald's. It's October 18th, 2023. Officers responded to a McDonald's location where a large group of teens had gathered around 3 p.m.
From the manager, if you just walked in, time to leave, or you're gonna be subject to trespass and will be arrested. I gave you the warning before you came in. They didn't want you in here. Time to leave, folks.
The officer realizes his warning isn't having much of an effect.
1264. I'm going to need more cars at McDonald's. Okay, why don't you out, man? Stop. I'm telling you to go. All right? You don't want to go? You want to give me a hard time? No problem. You are giving me a hard time because how many times did I say time to go? If you don't start leaving, my handcuffs are coming on. First person I grab is going.
One teen in particular is seen on body camera arguing with the officer.
No, time to go. I know you just didn't say what I think you said. It's time to go. I'm not playing around now. Listen, from the manager, he wants everybody out. Okay? So you either start leaving, I'm telling you that. Okay? I already told the manager. So you either start leaving, or we're going to start locking people up. We have other people here. All right, time to go. Time to go.
Order first and then leave?
Time to go.
I don't know why.
Huh?
I don't know why.
Because you don't want anybody in here.
So you mean mad people can stay here, but I
We're kicking everybody out. We've got more cars coming.
There's all these other people here.
So,
not ordering, so get them out.
But right now, I'm talking to you.
So you're
Yep, time to go.
Yeah, so
What is it? All right, that's what it is. Go.
Multiple officers then respond to try to get the teenagers to disperse, but the same teen wants back inside the restaurant.
Time to go. You're not going back in.
Yo, who are you touching, bro?
I'm touching you. You're not going back in. Time to go.
That's my little brother's coming with me too, alright? My little brother's coming with my cousin.
No, he's not.
That's my little brother right there.
You're about to go. He's not coming in.
From there, the young suspect launches into an explicit tirade.
What the am I going to do? That dog can't touch me, no problem. What are you going to do about it?
We're going to lock you up.
You're going to get locked up. You're going to get locked up. For what? They don't want you here. For what? They don't want you here. You're about to get locked up. He's trying to stay and get my food. That dog, I've been locked up. I know my right. Watch your mouth.
Go.
Can't touch no one. That's a dead dog. Suck. No, you can't arrest me. Say whatever.
Police reported the juveniles were given more than 20 verbal warnings to leave the property or be arrested for trespassing.
Last time, all the cruisers in the city are coming. If you're not saying Darby in, you're standing, time to go. You're under arrest.
What?
You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
What the f is wrong with you, bro? What the f is wrong with you, bro? You know me for no reason to shot you.
The officer once again reminds the suspect that he was told he couldn't go back inside the fast food restaurant.
You were told to leave numerous times. I told you to leave. I told you don't come back in the store. I told you not to come back and then you can't get.
I don't get to eat there all day. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get food if I need to get food, bro. It's like that. I don't
Why
care.
didn't you have lunch at school?
Eat that lunch. It's not good.
In total, 8 juveniles were arrested on charges ranging from trespassing to assault and battery on a police officer. Because they're minors, their names were not released.
Oh,
Hey everyone, so we're gonna get back.
Wow.
Hey. Hey. Megan. Megan.
Next, we head to a Taco Bell location in Lakewood, Ohio. It's December 9th, 2023, and police officers are responding to a report that a woman is asleep in her car in the drive-thru line. Body camera video shows the driver, identified only as Megan, who seems to be incoherent.
Hey. Megan. Megan. Hey. Megan. Look at me. Look at me. Megan. Megan, look at me. Look at me. I'm Officer Cooper. What's going on? Megan. Megan.
The officer tries to get Megan to follow simple directions, but she struggles.
Stay with me. What's going on right now? You're passed out in the Taco Bell drive-thru. What's going on? Nope. Turn the car off. Turn the car off. Megan, turn the car off. Turn the car off. What's going on tonight?
I'm sorry, they didn't. I planned on us getting them home. They didn't say it's safe.
I don't understand a little bit of any part of what you just said.
As it turns out, this is the second time officers responded to this Taco Bell that same night. Megan had reportedly come to the fast food restaurant, fallen asleep, then driven home before officers got there, only to come back to the Taco Bell a little while later.
So we got a call that you're passed out in the drive-thru right now. And so I come here and I see you slumped over at the wheel. Yeah, this is the second time we got called.
Second time?
Yes, the first time you weren't here. So the second time when I got here.
Second time. I called the first time.
You called the first time?
Yeah.
On yourself?
Yeah. I said, my guys, yeah. Oh, now I'm being called?
Megan swears to the officers that she hasn't been drinking.
Have you been drinking at all tonight?
No.
Are you sure?
100%.
So what have you been doing tonight then?
I was making sure everybody's okay.
Who's everybody? No, don't turn the car on. Leave it off.
Where is my boyfriend?
I don't know. He's not here. Okay, come on, go ahead and step out. Don't turn this car on. Step out of the car. Okay.
You want to yell at me?
You're just not following directions very well right now, so.
Once Megan is out of the car, the officers have her do field sobriety tests.
So, would you agree this is pretty flat
Yeah,
right here?
it's fine.
I just gotta just make sure. I want to make it fair for you.
I know. I'm freezing.
I understand.
All right.
Okay.
What?
So whatever you do, arms to your sides.
Okay.
So we're going to need you to put your left foot on the line.
Left.
Just imagine there's a
What
line.
line?
Just imagine there's a line going out.
Got
Just
it.
Put your left foot on that line.
Got it.
Put your right foot in front.
Got it.
Heel to
And
toe.
walk.
I'm nothing. Just heel to toe. Arms at your side. Put that right foot in front. Put your right foot in front of your left foot. Heel to toe.
All right. It's so windy though.
Do you think that's going to affect it right now?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
I will be blown over, but.
Okay, we'll try our best right now, okay? So, arms at your sides, feet together. Don't move until I tell you to, okay?
The officers then arrest Megan for OVI, which is operating a vehicle while intoxicated.
So go ahead and turn around for me. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for OVI.
One of the officers reminds Megan all of this could have been avoided if she'd just stayed home.
You're intoxicated, okay?
Yeah.
So you're under arrest. You can't obviously be intoxicated and drive a vehicle. So we got a call earlier that you were passed out in the line. I came, somebody called, probably an employee or somebody in line, and then you left. Do you live in? Why'd you come back here? You left and then came back because
I'm so
if you would have just came left.
So stupid.
None of this would be happening because I looked and you were long gone. So you went home and decided to come back?
Yeah, to Taco Bell because I'm starving.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I know, it's so stupid.
like I said, you would have just stayed home, we wouldn't be in this situation.
I'm so sorry.
As she rides in the back of the squad car to the jail, Megan still doesn't quite realize the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, back to the jail. You can call your boyfriend, okay?
To the jail?
Yes, we're going to the jail.
I'm going to jail.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow. Alright.
Megan was later booked into jail, and her aunt came to pick her up. Now we head to Florida, just north of
What happened? I do not feel satisfied with that story.
Orlando. That's where police got a report of a woman threatening McDonald's employees with a gun after an argument over a free cookie. An arrest report states 24-year-old Amari Hendricks pulled out a handgun, inserted a magazine, and racked the slide while she was still in the drive-thru. She then reportedly parked her car and forced her way into the restaurant, assaulting one of the employees. Police then caught up with her as she was leaving the restaurant.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Good. Exit the car. Hands. Exit the car.
What?
Exit the car.
Why you gonna tell me to exit?
Out of the car. Put it in park.
Who are you yelling at? Who are you yelling at?
Right here. Hands on the hood.
Yelling at?
Hands on the hood.
yelling
Do you have a
at?
gun? Hey, but hands on the hood.
I can't with this
arguing.
stupid
hands on the,
music.
Hands on the hood.
My hands is on the hood. Why have to put my hands on the hood? Am I arrested?
Being detained.
How? Look, see what they doing to me, back?
In front of Zoe's kitchen. Hurry up.
You see what they doing? Why y'all doing all this? Why cops for all these cops?
Because they said you shot a gun over there.
Huh?
Officers did recover a gun from Hendricks' car.
What is you doing? What is you doing? Why you almost broke my arm? That's a lawsuit.
You're pulling away from him. Just
I'm
listen to
not
what he's saying.
pulling away from him. I
watched
just
you
pulled
do
away
it.
from him not
I
one
watched you do
time.
it.
Hendricks was charged with aggravated assault, battery, improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon, and resisting an officer without violence. She was found guilty of aggravated assault in November 2023 and sentenced to 1 year of community control, where she can live at home. After that, she'll be on probation for 2 years. Hendricks is also required to complete 80 hours of community service, undergo a mental health evaluation, take an anger management class, give up.
See, and like, here's the thing I really don't like about this creator is like they keep throwing things in here that's like really not. Oh, this is the wildest arrest at a fast food restaurant. Where's the wild? Where's the fast food restaurant? This arrest is not wild and it's not happening at a fast food restaurant. Clickbait, I'm annoyed, I'm angry. Night ruined. Night ruined. Okay. I think it's time we get to the good stuff. And what is the good stuff? Not writing a song. I can't do it today. It's too much. You're asking too much of my soul. We're gonna do some... Oops, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. We're gonna do some Dress to Impress. Yay! Well, I'm excited. Slay. Maybe someday I might also start doing some like Minecraft. Minecraft is fun. I feel like Minecraft like has surges, not just with like obviously I go through like ups and downs where I play it and I don't play it, but I think we as a culture go through ups and downs, like with the huge cave update. I don't think anyone I think the cave update made the game a lot less interesting, for me at least. I feel like it was just too much. Don't do that. There we go. Let's full screen this shit. I have a better mouse this time, so I got myself a USB mouse. Tennis match. Okay. I love how we just really jump in, like it takes 0 time. Okay, first hair. For a tennis match? Yup. Yup. I'm gonna go blonde. Cute. Let's throw on... Uh-oh, these girlies are kind of slaying it. That's gonna be difficult. Easy. And let's go for the... Let's go for like a light pink theme. Yeah. I need to turn up costume press. It's not as loud as I want it to be. There we go. Actually, no, it's too loud. Turn it down. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. We do not have a lot of time. We did join a little tiny bit late. This is like literally a tennis skirt, this one here, I think. I want her to wear a little like sweater vest. I think that'd be cute. I think I have time to do that as well. Oh. If I can find it. The shirts are kind of messing me up right now. Can't be put on. Can't be put on. But I want to. Can't be put on. Bitch. Okay, we're gonna throw this thing on just because it's kind of what I gravitate towards here. Oh, 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 oh. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, we have a minute left. No problem. Okay, so I want her to wear like a little sweater vest. I'll pull up the sweater vest pattern. Where is it? What does this change? Oh, the top? Yeah, let's just do like, do white. For this, we're gonna make it this like off brown color to make it match. And this is just the buttons. We're just gonna do white. Not. She needs shoes. She needs shoes. She needs a face, girl. She's gonna do so poorly. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay, whatever, 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 whatever. She needs face, she needs face, she needs face. I forgot to give her a face. Cute. Okay, now I need to change something about her shirt. It needs to match. This pattern needs to be more, pink. It needs to be pink. Okay, I'm already noticing an issue. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, I guess we're ready. I guess we're ready. Okay. Okay. What's all this? Giving you a 2. You've just got a lot of random things on here that I don't think necessarily go with the whole tennis theme. Girl, what happened is my question. What happened? What is going on here? Okay, this eats. This does in fact eat. I don't know, I don't super love the headband, but it is definitely giving tennis. It's all a little white though, like you can definitely have different colors in tennis, it doesn't just have to be white, but it is very tennis. Like I literally had that same shirt for tennis. Okay, I don't love the jeans, and I would not be wearing a drink to play tennis, but I like the hair, and I like the shoes, and I like, obviously, the racket. We're getting you 2 stars, babe. 2 stars. Okay, the shirt is glitching through the skirt, but because this is kind of the best one I've seen so far, like, except, no, actually Sunny's makes sense, but why do the feet look like that? Oh, are my shoes gonna look like that? Oh, no. Are my shoes gonna look like that? Oh, geez, that's That is a short skirt. I just realized I have the same skirt, so it's also going to be just as revealing. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I don't love how the hat glitches through the hair. But, you know, it's not a perfect world. Is it my turn? Yay! Use that racket, girl. Ooh, perfect. A sleigh. And she just slides off. Jean shorts one? What the hell? Where'd I end up on here? 7th. There were definitely people that were worse than me. This is bullshit. Whatever. 7th is a crime. Oh, I was so close. Are you kidding me? I was so close. Speedrun. Pick a theme. Oh, 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 oh. I was so close. I'm so mad at myself. Speedrun. 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 Oh, oh. Speedrun. Yes! Oh my god, I would pick a theme. If I had the money. Freestyle. Okay. Freestyle. Oh, this is just gonna be a pay to win. That's gonna be so annoying. Yeah, pay to win. Whatever. Whatever. We're gonna start with the face. I'm gonna get inspired by the face, I think. What's all this? Ooh, that's eating. Oh, 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 oh. This is kind of like, I kind of have to pander if it's freestyle. I have to stand out enough. People like it. Ooh, I like this. We're gonna make it like yeah. Yeah. Alright, what's the vision here? We are going to... I don't have a vision like literally at all. This is new. I hate how quickly this mouse scrolls. It is very annoying. Ooh, I like cow. Oh, we're gonna go cow print. This is gonna be a cow print round. For sure. This is so cute. That, unfortunately, is not cute, though. It's giving, bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I am not a cat. I don't say meow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Go moo. They need to be taller. Those are actually too tall now. I think these are ugly, so I don't want them. I guess these are gonna have to be the ones. No, okay, that's it. It just needs to be black. Or they need to be white booties. Black bottoms. Yep. Yep. Oh, maybe I'll do Doja. I have to make some slight modifications here then. This is like, I made her a little too white. That's Doja, I think. And what's Doja's like iconic hair? Oh, Doja does the short hair. Yes. This is very Doja. Ooh, and if it's like white. Oh, it's eating. Okay, we need nails. Nails are actually probably like the least important part of this whole process. But I always include them. Obviously, they gotta be cow print nails. Okay, it's not eating as much as I was hoping it would, but we're just gonna do it. We just want to be different. I feel like this, if you want to win this round, you have to be different, and that's really what's gonna tie it together. She wears this shit all the time. Oh, she has a shaved head. Oh, she has a shaved head. Oh, right. Okay, we can fix it. We can fix it. We can fix it. I mean, I know she didn't always have a shaved head, but I feel like if she had the shaved head, it would be probably the best. Luke? If I could find it. I have the buzz cutter in here somewhere. Oh no. Oh, this not what I was hoping it would be. Yeah, girl, I can't find it. Well, she's looking cute either way. Even if it's not exactly. Ugh, look at all these stupid princesses. Lame. Get out of here. I can't even see the jewelry I'm clicking on because your dress is everywhere. Microphone, 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 microphone. Oh, not flowers! Not flowers. Oh no. That ruined the whole look. Oh, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, you know, like, of course. The fan doesn't totally match. I'm not giving you 5 stars, but like, yeah. What? VIP section? Oh, you're in the VIP. You're in the VIP section. Oh, nice, nice. Who cares? Who cares? What is this? What is this? Is this an idol I don't know about? 2 stars. Who are you? See, this is an appropriate use of the flowers. I accidentally put on flowers for no reason. I don't know why my character has flowers. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. I don't even wanna. Everyone is getting 5. I gave everyone a 5 because I didn't know the. Oh yeah, girl, I don't really see the vision. I can give you 2. The shoes are throwing me off. If I'm being for real. Oh, why the flowers? I'm so embarrassed. What an awful fit. Okay, I see the vision here. I'm liking it. I see it. I like it. Give me 4 stars. It's cohesive. It makes sense. It's giving VIP. Wow. Ah. I was gonna give 5 stars, but I can't because it kind of annoys me when other people give 5 stars to something that doesn't deserve it. Nice. What? Girl. Why do I going again? That sucks. Nice. See, this is what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna... Like, poor girl. Poor girl. She deserved the top spot. Yeah, let's take off this busted ass outfit. Yup. Not the humiliation ritual. We'll do one more theme. Can I actually pick a theme? Is that like allowed? They're gonna charge me. See, no. Unless like I can vote. Valentine's. No! They are going to charge me. That is deceptive. Camouflage. That's annoying. Oh, I almost made it. Camouflage. What the hell? That's not fun. Okay. Am I gonna use this thing incorrectly? Is there a camouflage pattern? Well, if there is, I can't use patterns on my skin, I guess, so. What is happening? What happened? What did I just do? No, I wanna... Girl. Oh, I can't change the color of the vitiligo. It has to be white. What the hell? Alright, well, I'll still keep it because I think it works, but I think I need to change the actual, like, skin tone because the green is, like, very unrealistic. Gotta make it, like, a dark green. Ooh, I think this is giving what I was hoping it was giving. 10 messages? What are these bitches talking about? Okay. Camouflage. 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 Yeah. Camouflage. Maybe something like this, but then you make the hair like, yeah. And like this like really, really light color here. Matching the skin there. Yeah, that'll be... We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. I think I may just keep this face because it's pretty, like, camouflaged already. What's this? Yuck. Yuck, yuck. Yeah, we're just gonna throw this one back on because it's cute. I'll keep it. Need to change the nails. Sure. Look at all the bitches who have literally no idea what to do. I am bitches. It is me. Okay, this is kind of cute. Why are none of my patterns working? What is happening? I'm so mad. Why are none of my patterns working? Oh, this is so annoying because it's the perfect time to use a pattern. Fine. It's fine. Oh, Jesus Christ, what was that? Let's go, Just to Impress. Hey! My pattern stopped working, so I'm a bit... I have a... What do you call it? A handicap for this round, but we'll persevere. Whatever. Dude, I am so unmotivated by this outfit. They won't let me access my patterns. Not fair. Okay, next we're gonna throw on some sunglasses, because that's a great way to camouflage. Oh, no, we're actually gonna use the flowers this time. Thank you, Pipe. Alright, we're gonna use the flowers this time, but we're actually gonna be very intentional about the camouflage. Like, it's foliage. Not the patterns. It is the patterns, unfortunately. Oh wait, there's more. Oh shit, there's more to customize. Definitely no pink. Definitely don't need pink. What the fuck is that noise? Oh my god, that's the scariest noise ever. That's fine, we'll see that. Alright, we're gonna throw on this. We're gonna make it dark green. The outside, a little bit of this like lighter color. Robert Pedersen, thank you. This is some really insightful commentary you're giving me, and I appreciate it. Like, this, like, people are gonna get it, right? Like, they're gonna get my vision. I think they're gonna get it. I think it's gonna eat. Oh, take it off. Definitely not. Okay, I think I'm giving up here. This is gonna be good enough. I think I'm eating. I didn't even have access to my patterns. Okay, I feel confident about this. Okay, like if you had access to patterns, then maybe this is arm. Did you just type arm? Army, flame, flame. 3 stars. At least you met. At least you met the parameters. Yeah, for sure, but since you're so camouflaged, it might be a lack of vision. I think that's kind of what this person was going for. Because what is happening here? Vote 5. They just said vote 5. See, like, again, like, if you had access to patterns, then, like, I guess you can be basic. I'm gonna give you 2 stars. Because it's not giving anything. No one got creative like I had to. See, like, I had to get real creative. That's cute! Get some sympathy points. I mean, points are already over, so. What? Why are you holding sparklers? What is... These girls just went for, like, army. How long have been the blocks? Not long. It's been, maybe half an hour? What is happening here? In what universe are you blending in when wearing this? Not no stars. I was watching some crime reacts. I was watching some Dr. K earlier. I put it on my stream that I would do some song creation. Make some songs, but I just don't. Like I just did the same outfit and it's not cute. But I just don't have it in me tonight. I did a lot of work on my PC and got it running really well, but like, I have a limit, you know? I've reached my limit. Okay, like at least you change the colors a bit, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? I like this. I mean, I like it, but I do think I ate the hardest. How did she get #1? I don't know, but I'm happy to be on the podium! Yes! Let's go! Let's freaking go. Amazing. And I didn't even have access to patterns. You know, it's a true success story. I got last. Happens. Happens. Okay, let's do this obstacle course. Oh, shit. Locking in. Locking in. Locking in. Locking in. Oh, okay, this is where you actually have to lock in. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not ever getting past that, unfortunately. I am not ever going to. You ate? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think so too. Okay, I don't want to do this. Queen of Hearts? Yeah, I'm not interested in this. Sorry, not interested. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like this one. Play a horror game. See, but the problem is it's almost 2 AM. So, bad idea for me. Bad idea. Be the greatest survivalist of all time. Sure. This looks fun. This looks like the one that you and I played. Unless Smolder. Okay. No, I don't want to buy anything. I changed my mind. Edit avatar. I can edit my avatar. You're not gonna charge. They're gonna charge me. You're gonna frickin' charge me. I don't want to do this. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Go. Let me in there. Wait, this is literally an upgraded version of the last one we played. Hello, cool boy. Can I suicide? Oh, I can't. Okay, good to know. Just in case. We gotta play it next time? Yeah. Yeah. Let me in! Let me in! Okay. Soon enough. Yo, she's tall. Okay, I really do feel like at a certain point I gotta sink some money into this game because I do kind of want my avatar to look not like this. Not like this baddie. Okay. Ancient clock tower. Ooh. Disaster is approaching. No problem. Get this baddie out of here. Get this baddie out of here. We're all running to the same place. Look at us go. Look at us go. Literally all ran to the same place. Oh, you can get higher? Can we get much higher? Oh. No. Off the ladder, off the ladder, off the ladder. Okay, we're fine. I feel like I should get lower. Oh, now I'm sitting. I definitely feel like I should get lower. Because I feel like it might, like, burn through. Yeah, like that. Oh, I'm getting money. I'm getting money if I survive. Oh! Cool. Okay, so there's like, is there like a rising acid thing happening? Is that what's happening? Oh geez, okay. Yep, it's getting hard. It is getting kinda hard. Or if I sit, I'll be safe, I think. If I just sit on the bench, I'll be safe. Yes. I feel safe here. Oh my god. A lot of the noises they're making is not in the game. Wait, you can go to the shop and type free and find lots of free customizations. Not in the game shop with the Roblox one. Okay. I'll take a look. I would like to keep my reputation for not sinking money into this game as much as I can. Am I gonna survive? Hey! Hey! No, get out of my face. I mean, yeah, I do like it, so maybe I will. But no. Okay, I'm so ready, I'm so ready, I'm so ready, I'm so ready. So ready! I want to look like a baddie. Container yard. Oh, like a shipyard. Okay. I need to get indoors. I need to get in this building. I need to get as high as possible. You get much higher. Whoa. Oh, there's like a... Oh no. I don't have time. That is not a great place to go. Large structures. Oh no! Money. I have money. Okay. I really do gotta figure out my voice here. I'm too shy. Oh jeez. Not the... Oh my gosh. The grass is catching on fire. Oh, there's lava? There's lava in there? Oh my god. Oh my god. How unnecessary. And unfortunate. I'm so glad I didn't stay in there. Oh, I have 30 seconds left and the lava is this acting this crazy? I don't know, bro. I don't want to purchase items, but thank you. Oh my god, it's glitching out my screen. Oh, and there we go. Perfect. What'd they say? Wait, where are we? Wait, where are we? Oh god, I wasn't. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's what people were talking about the president. Lame. Okay, up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. In the doors. Oh, Oh, bed. Perfect. Okay, hopefully it's not get away from large structures, because I am in one. I'm gonna take my chances in here. Flash flood, get to higher ground. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh god. Everyone's running. Wait, did someone break the like house so that we could get up here? Is that what happened? Wait, this is kinda easy. Like we're all surviving. Can we get my chocolate? Oh, you can like destroy shit. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm losing. Oh. People are dying. What the? You can do this? That's so cool. Okay. This is too easy. I wanna try. Oh, jeez. What did I just do? Jeez. I'm waking up my whole family is what I'm doing. Okay, I want to customize my avatar. So I can search. Type free. Okay. Can I customize her though? Oh yeah, she's got the little hat on. She's got the little hat. Okay, wait, this is kinda... I think I remember using these before. I think I got Summer. For some reason not letting me try her on. Weird. Oh, that's like... I thought it'd be... That looks like much longer hair than what it ended up being. Maybe it has to be on a body like this and then it looks better? Running like this, I'm all that and a bag of flaming hot chips. Ooh, baby. Baby. I'm a real hot girl, I'ma talk my shit cause I'm all that and a bag of flaming hot chips. Ooh, baby. To equip what you get, you go to the top and switch to customize. Am I wearing it now? Like if I go to put on a new hair, will it register? Oh, okay, I see. Customize. Wow, you know so much about Roblox. You're kind of a Roblox pro. Oh my god, not the Latina doll. Not the Y2K Latina doll. Don't tempt me. Okay. I'm a real hot girl. I'ma talk my shit cause I'm all that and a flake of flaming hot chips. Ooh, baby. How do I take off the hair? Oh, does she have to come with the hair? Is that... I don't want it. The free options are kind of cheeks. I'm not loving it. Oh, okay, you can change the hair. Okay. Definitely don't got my hair, but like, cool. That's kinda... Just the 2 times I played it with you, just have haunted them. Yeah, that's definitely not me. You know so much. Ulta Beauty back. Oh, it's Ulta Beauty sponsored. Inexperience? Yeah, that's gonna be an ad. Get out of here. gotta be excited for no reason. I don't want to be an anime girl. Don't make me. Don't make me. Like, this is cute. But how much, you know? Also, this is not a Roblox character. Well, that's part of the autism, is spelling it wrong sometimes. And why is it not loading? Because it's cute. I would love to have it. Inexperience? What the hell? That's not fun. I don't know what that means. To me, it just seems like a false advertisement. Like, inexperience. Do I have to, like, win it? To win it in a game? I'll put my credit card into this stupid game. This stupid thing. I'll put my credit card in. I don't care. Alright, I'm just gonna be this busted ass girl now. But I will be changing. I will be changing the hair. Be my classic. Yes. Yes! It's serving. It's serving. Skin? No, you're right on. You're right on with that skin tone, to be honest. Faces, torso, arm. Whoa, what? Oh, you can like... Oh. Oh, how interesting. How interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely, honestly, I think I'm a little like... This is kind of me right there. This is so weird. Then you can make yourself tall and skinny or short and thick. I'm gonna be a nice in-between, definitely on the thicker side. From behind. Perfect. Okay. And we're gonna change up some of these clothes because they're a bit lean. Why is she in pajamas? I don't know. You can change left versus right shoes. That's kind of crazy. Why? Why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? Alright, we gotta get more clothing, because this is not gonna cut it. I think I can get more clothing by just clicking on more of these, like, free people. Ew, looks terrible. We're gonna purchase. Yep. Wait, I like this. I actually do wear something like this a lot. Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't say inexperience. I do need shoes though, so I'll probably... Hey, if it'll let me, I'll get the sneakers. See? What the hell? I'm doing my best. They just really want me to have the dogs out. I don't do that. I don't have my dogs out. They're always wrapped away nicely. Okay. Bye, Roblox. Been fun. Been fun. My Adobe Audition is calling me. I can't. I'm not in the headspace today. I'm really not. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know I said I would. I know I said I would, but I just really can't. Whoa. That was something I googled earlier today. You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get down. Is that teachers? I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet. Oh, I want to watch this. Oh,
When you're a
it's so
kid,
loud.
your responsibilities are relatively low.
If you're lucky, the adults in your life handle the
Am I
more
on Twitch?
important tasks.
Not yet. I'm pretty pissed off because there's sometimes where my OBS tells me I can multi-stream, and there's times where it just like never gives me the option. So I don't know why. I didn't get the option today, but I know it's possible, so I will at some point.
And leave you with chores, school, and don't get me started on homework. There's so much time in the day, and if you like playing video games, it's probably the most time you'll ever have to enjoy them.
But being a kid also robs you of certain freedoms. You gotta take naps, you gotta eat your vegetables, you gotta get into your jammies, and more bullshit that the grown-ups make us do.
Us?
That grown-ups make the kids do.
As you get older and experience more and more freedom, you realize that for the most part, it sucks.
You have to go to work.
Do your dishes.
Pay your rent. Pay your bills.
How much is gas?
Okay, so now I owe the government money now? How much? Well, why don't they just tell me? Fuck that, I'm not doing it. Okay, so now I'm going to jail? God, I'm so stressed as an adult. I wish there was a game that could take my mind off things. May we introduce The Sims 3! The Sims 3 is the third installment in the Sims franchise. They subtly hide this in the title with Sims, meaning Sims, and 3, meaning the third.
The original Sims released in 2000, creating a new genre in games called a life simulator. The concept of a life simulator, and specifically The Sims, was such a massive hit that by 2009, when The Sims 3 released, it had become one of the best-selling video game series of all time.
Children were given the opportunity to live out their dreams as an adult, out in the world with their own career and home to decorate. And adults could, for the first time, throw away their worries about their job and responsibilities, boot up their computer or video game console, and start a new life where they worry about their Sims job and their Sims responsibilities. So the first thing you need to do in the game is create your sim. The character creator is pretty good for 2009, but the hairstyles and clothing are definitely stuck in that era, and the art style holds up pretty well, but the textures can be a little bit weak.
See, what I do is I download so many mods, so much CC, so much, so it doesn't look like it's stuck in this era anymore. But I will say, like, it's been long enough that it's been so long that a lot of the styles that exist in The Sims 3 are like kind of eating today because it came back. Like, I mean, this is a bad example, but
Weird, like when you see a t-shirt,
like those pants, like if you just change around the colors in the shirt, like if you change around the colors, like
that
it'll
is
eat.
molding into their
Okay.
skin.
You can pick
That is a issue you can
like
fix.
when you see a t-shirt that is molding into their
You can fix this issue if you upgrade your graphics through the settings. Thank you.
skin.
You can pick your Sim's build, their character traits, and their lifelong dream. All of these set how you'll start the game and how your Sim will react in the world. So we both made versions of each other.
I made Tony with the intention of making him the first gamer president of the United States, so I selected the computer whiz trait and made Tony's goal the leader of the free world.
And I made Eddie a kleptomaniac that hates kids.
What?
I thought that was finished.
Once you make your sim, you have a small budget to decorate and move into a home, but you're pretty much broke. I got my sim a job on the political track by applying through the newspaper.
And I walked into the Capitol building in plain clothes, asked for a job, and they just said okay.
Really? You just walk into a building and get a job?
I just walked straight in and they gave it to me.
For the next several hours, it's pretty much a slow grind of the most mundane tasks an adult could have.
I don't think I've ever been rejected in Sims 3 for a job. Like, I think it's possible if you have an exceptionally unfortunate or stupid character or sim. I think it's possible they could get rejected for a job, but like literally it doesn't matter. They will always accept you because they're always accepting you at like the lowest form of the job. Like for the medical career, I think one of the first careers is, it really is 2009, walk in, get a job. Hell yeah, I know. But like oftentimes it's like bedpan cleaner. Like that's the level 1 of the like the doctor career. And then the more you get promoted, then all of a sudden one day you're a doctor. It's flawed logic. But yes, that's kind of like the idea of it, is like you walk in, you start with like a low job, and then you gain this experience. Anyways, this is gonna make me rant.
Except your sim doesn't behave like an adult. They look like one and have a job like one, but they need to be babied and directed around for the simplest shit. Pick up that plate, I swear to God.
Dude, take a shower before work, you fucking stink.
Don't eat that, it's spoiled. How did you burn mac and cheese? Did he fucking burn it? Ooh. Dude!
There's a lot of fun to be had in The Sims, but moments like these can definitely break my enjoyment or immersion sometimes.
Like, we don't mind it as an aspect of gameplay, but it's hard to enjoy that part of the game when you have real life tasks or chores to do. I had this moment where I was getting mad at a virtual sim of my brother for not doing the dishes when I had dishes to do in real life, and it just hit me with the thought of, why the fuck am I doing this right now?
I have moments where I'm playing The Sims and like my sim will like go on the computer and I'm like, why are you on the computer? This is such a waste of time. And then I go, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And then I sort of have to take a month break from The Sims 3 and do something else. I have that moment a lot.
Now.
I think this is why people who frequently play The Sims have more exciting playthroughs with more creative Sims and extra DLC. It's because these mundane moments are probably the weakest part of the game.
Just hit 3 times speed, bro. Hit 3 times speed.
But we aren't saying it shouldn't be in the game, because it is a life simulator. The interesting thing about The Sims 3 is that it's open world. The entire town can be looked at and explored even while your sim is at home. So the game constantly has a web of events and social interactions around the town that are happening without your sim.
And the cool thing is, if you see something happening, you can then tell your sim to go to it. So if you see a group of people talking and you want to join in across town, you can just have your sim drive over there.
The social interactions in this game are one of the areas where it really shines. Relationships in this game are complex and hilarious. Sometimes the Sims behave in the most bizarre ways and create really unique and hilarious situations.
Like my sim was on a date and walked away from the date without saying anything to dumpster dive in 4 separate dumpsters. You're gonna throw up. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Why does he do this?
Or like when my sim went on a date at the beach and then immediately walked into the ocean.
Neat. Rocks. Sipna Vubi.
What a silly moment you captured, Tony. I can't wait to talk about more social interactions. But first, a word from our sponsor. Guys, one big problem in media today are the manipulative algorithms that show you or people compare your features looking for a better round back to play. Every eye, and that's no accident, because being social is a clear pillar of the gameplay. Every relationship in The Sims requires conversational work and success. You want to start a family? You'll need to become friends with someone, then good friends, then romantic interests, until you finally get to woohoo.
Hey, what are you playing?
It's for a video that I'm doing. They were just hanging out. They're not doing anything, okay, Dad? You also need to maintain these relationships. If you don't talk to or see a friend enough, they can become a distant friend until the friendship finally fades away.
But it's not just about making friends or romance.
You can get lifetime rewards that stop that from happening, and I do a lot of the time because it's really annoying. There's not enough time in a sim day to be talking with all of your friends, especially if you have a lifetime wish of having 10 best friends, okay? 10 best friends. And meanwhile, it's deteriorating every second you're not talking to them. So you can get this lifetime wish that's like, it'll never deteriorate. I always get that one because it's so annoying. Don't they know no woohooing before marriage? Well, actually, in one of the expansion packs, late night, they come out with celebrities. And with celebrities comes rumors and defamation. And so the Sims can be defamed or rightfully, or maybe not rightfully, but they can be exposed for something that was truly did happen. But like, if a Sim has a child out of wedlock, it becomes like a... And they're a celebrity. They can get like a negative moodlet for a couple of days. It's like publicly humiliated, where like it's like gossip, like people are gossiping about you having a child out of wedlock, and you can like go to court and you can sue the person who did it. It's The Sims 3 is so awesome. You can do literally anything. It's so amazing.
Social and interacting with other Sims is required to upgrade skills and complete new opportunities. It's also what creates unique and chaotic situations for the Sims.
Most careers require some form of socialization. On the political track, it requires you to ask for campaign donations from Sims that like you. And to be honest, I did not care about friends in this game. I only cared about putting a gamer in the Oval Office. So everyone was just a pawn on the political path for me. So I took every chance I could to ask for a donation. Did your husband die or something? What? I know that your husband died, but I think it's
such a wild thing. The devs were like, you don't understand, we need this in the game. That's everything. There's so many different things that exist in The Sims 3 that's like, why is this here? There's so many. Like, you can, if you were to scroll through a list of the types of, you know what? We're gonna do it. Sims 3 types of death. They already knew what I was about to search for. They're listening. No, but I want specifically Sims 3. Old age. Naturally. Starvation. Naturally. Fire, of course. Electrocution. Yep. Drowning. Sure. Mummy's curse, which is from World Adventures, where if they get like bitten by a mummy or something along those lines, they get cursed by a mummy, they can die. Meteor, which, hey, what? Thirst, which happens if your Sim is a vampire. You gotta get up the Sims 3 patch notes. We'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. Showtime to Into the Future. Human statue. This is a death. Magicians have a chance of dying if they fail the buried alive trick from the Box of Danger, unlocked at level 7 in said profession. The unlucky trait cannot counter this death. Whoops, I don't mean to peek. I just have a itchy throat. But apparently if you have the unlucky trait, you will always die this way. Watery Grave. Magicians also have a chance from dying if they fail the Watery Grave trick, unlocked at level 9. Unlike the previous death, the unlucky trait can counter this death. Oh, right, because the unlucky trait makes it so that, right, it's not, the unlucky trait means that in general, if you try to do something, it will pretty much always fail. But if you die, oftentimes the Grim Reaper will just revive you because they take pity on you, but if you do the human statue, he won't revive you, but if you do the Water Grave, he will. Jelly Bean. One effect of a jelly bean from the magic bean bush has a 1% chance of killing the Sim who eats it. Transmutation. Supernatural. Use of the Philosopher's Stone has a chance to kill the user by turning them into a golden statue. The statue is worth $50,000 if sold. This is the only death that requires a lifetime reward to occur in the game so far. Haunting Curse. If a witch's Haunting Curse spell unlocked at level 5 can be... Yeah, that makes sense. They get cursed. Freezing. In Sims, in Seasons, you can freeze to death. Blunt Force Trauma? Blunt Force Trauma? Sims who fail to open a Murphy bed. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Or slam / shake it to a vending machine. Yep. For free snacks or drinks may be crushed to death. A Murphy bed is insane. Ranting about death. University life. If a Sim rants about death on a megaphone, the Grim Reaper will give them a stern warning, and the Sim will be given a moodlet for 12 hours. If they rant about death again before the moodlet expires, the Grim Reaper will take away their life. And this is what we call oppression. Running out of oxygen. While scuba diving, Sims can run out of oxygen. Yep, shark attack. While scuba diving, sharks exist and they can attack you. Dehydration. If a mermaid Sim's hydration gets low, because there are mermaids, this is canon, they will die. Time anomaly. When a Sim without the time immunity lifetime reward travels, there's a chance for them to catch time paradox sickness. They will fade out of time continuum if not treated at the hospital. And the last one is jetpack crash / falling from the sky. Nice. Nice. Like, their deaths are so cool. Because, like, what do you mean you have, like, the normal ones and then all of a sudden there's haunting curse and transmutation? Like, what are we talking about? Anyways.
Possibly what he would have wanted, yeah.
Every time I asked others for donations, I got rejected. Every single time. It got to the point where I gave up and switched to a life of crime.
As your career progresses, you begin to make more and more money.
It's simoleons. So.
Okay, it's still money though, so I don't get why you corrected me.
It's simoleons, so yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I didn't say the US dollar, I said it's money.
Making more money means you can now redesign your home.
Not only can you replace all of the furniture and appliances, but you can completely custom design the entire house. Build the walls, plan out
This is why I'm so good at Dress to Impress, because look at this customization.
Appliances, but you can...
Like, look at all of this. Oh, I'm pointing, like, you guys can see my hand. I'm using the wrong mouse. This is Dress to Impress practice that I have like 12 years of experience with, okay? Oh, your patterns aren't working. Get out of here. I am a pro.
Custom design the entire house. Build the walls, plan out each room, set the color and material of everything, and more.
You can even start a house from scratch on an empty lot instead of moving into a pre-built one. The detail of the house's build and buy modes is really well done and fun to use. There's a shocking amount of customization when it comes to the materials of walls and floors. You can change the individual colors of each design to exactly what you want, down to the color of the legs of a chair.
After completing my home, I built a modest studio/guest house in the yard. A perfect gamer White House, complete with a couch, a desk, a TV, a gaming laptop, and a PlayStation. A place where the gamer president could go when major events happen, like when Ninja's wife brought him that sandwich not asked for while he was playing League of Legends.
And I added a cozy basement to my house for my Sim to play computer games in.
Very cozy.
But Tony, if you don't pay your bills on time, those computer games could be at risk.
No!
Because when a bill goes unpaid, a repo person breaks into your home at night and steals random objects to repay the bill.
I had it happen to me. This asshole comes in and walks past an expensive game console and takes the only fucking lamp in the room. What kind of weird psychological move is that?
And your house is also at risk for fires and burglary, so you need to purchase alarms for both or you can lose it all.
I didn't feel the need for a burglar alarm until it happened to me. My Sim's asleep in bed and this guy walks in the front door. I make him get up and go into the living room thinking he's gonna tackle him or something. But no, he runs around the table and surrenders. So I choose to call the police. He runs out.
Dude, this is so annoying.
Waits for his car. As the cop shows up, the cop doesn't notice, just walks into the house, and then just stands in front of me. So
very realistic, can I just say? That's exactly what would happen in the real world.
if you see this man on the street, I know he looks like a regular guy, but he might steal from you.
It's always the people you suspect the least. But
there was one time this happened where I called the police when I was being robbed in The Sims. And the exact same thing, like the robber left and then the police came. I was like, wow, thanks, you guys are so helpful. And they issued us a ticket for calling them without cause. For wasting their time, they issued us a ticket. I remember doing like this to my computer. Because guess what? There was an emergency, and it's your fault that you didn't get there in time. I was so mad. I was like, hey, this is like the real world. This is exactly like the real world.
you won't have a house or anything in it for this guy to steal if you don't
No
put your
wonder the
sim
police
on
didn't do
a
anything.
career.
He's white, SMH, American Cops. So true.
career path.
The careers in The Sims 3 change a lot of aspects of your Sims life, but for the most part, there's never any actual gameplay for your job. You go to work and you can determine how hard you choose to work while you're there.
Sometimes you're presented with choices at work or opportunities after work, but they mostly include clicking one button or going to a location and letting your sim do all of the job. Like for the political path, I was presented with the choice to pocket campaign funds illegally. Okay, let's...
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I was just into the game a little bit.
And for the criminal path, I was asked to read a book called Adapting to the Wallet Environment. Exciting stuff.
You also have to build your sim skills out of work to meet the requirements for a promotion. So socially, to become the president, my charisma had to be high. For that, I threw a lot of parties, talked to a lot of people, and asked a ton of friends for campaign donations. So the career is more of a background role-playing aspect of the game. It pushes social and task-oriented gameplay, but after a lot of time and energy, I finally got Tony to be the leader of the free world. The first president with a positive KD ratio.
I think every president has a positive KD ratio.
In a video game. In
a video game.
Yeah, in a video game. After putting the sim of Tony in the Oval Office, we felt that one of us needed to start a family in the game to see what that aspect of The Sims 3 had to offer. So he and Bella Bachelor got together and had twins. Just like us, Tony.
Wow.
That's so... You don't give a shit. You don't give it. Don't even pretend. I can hear it in your voice. They immediately started their journey in parenthood by constantly leaving the kids on the ground outside. Where are the children?
You really have to hold their hands.
And I'm gonna be honest here. I hated this part of the game.
It honestly doesn't sound very fun for your taste in games. When you move a family into your household, they don't just live with your sim. Every sim in the house becomes your responsibility as a playable character, just like your own.
So you don't take care of your kids and your spouse from your sim's perspective. You now are your kids, your spouse, and you. And for me, that is just way too much work. So you gotta take care of your kids, make sure the new relationship is going well, work, eat, and shower for your sim, eat and shower for your wife. She doesn't have a job, so you get her a job as a fan of music? Then the babies are crying, so you gotta go take care of that. Oh no, the food is spoiled in the fridge. Better throw that in the trash because nobody else will other than me. Oh look, she's back from her first shift of being a music fan, and her dream is to quit now? It's been one shift. Oh no, the computer's broken. Oh, gotta repair that. And you start to question why you're even playing this game, let alone playing a full family version of it. So now the grind of do the dishes, shower, pay your bills, do it all applies to another adult. And now I got these kids crying in cribs, and if I don't have cribs for them, their mother just leaves them on the ground. What happened, man? My sim used to be single and free. I just need some peace and quiet. I just need a little bit of silence. I have to go back. I have to go back to the way it was.
Jesus Christ, dude, just make a new sim or play something else.
Oh, yeah. Right, sorry, I got a little carried away there.
It's supposed to be fun. You don't have to do it.
I know. Sorry. I really don't know what came over me. What day of the week is it? I feel like I kind of lost track.
You locked the whole family in a box?
I know. It was going to be temporary.
It's dark. It got dark.
It got really dark.
Thank you so much for that. I'm gonna play you guys out. This has been a really great stream. Thank you so much everyone for joining. We are not quite done yet. This is gonna be like a ritual. I'm gonna play you guys out. Like a band at the end of a late night show. Here's what I'm gonna do. Perfect. Amazing. You guys are gonna love it. Oh shit, it started so quickly. And it's very loud. Turn that down. Like a small boat on the ocean. It's so much higher than I expected. Sending big waves to motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. Okay, this is too high. I don't want to do it. I changed my mind. Breaking balls inside my brain. No, we're not gonna do that. I will be searching Sing King though, because they do have the best ones. I know exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, I know what we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Karaoke. Yes! This is the one I love. Okay. Sing King, King of Karaoke. That's gonna be a good one. We ready? It is a bit coworker pop. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do it because it's too coworker pop. I've changed my mind. I got it. I got it. This is much less coworker pop. Yes, I've already watched it. Yes, it is. It says that I have already watched this karaoke before because I know what I'm doing. Because I know what's the best karaoke. Summer after high school when we first met, we make out in your Mustang to Radiohead, and on my 18th birthday we got matching tattoos. Used to steal your parents' liquor and climb to the roof, talk about a future like we had a clue. Never planned that one day I'd be losing you. In another life I would be see y'all tomorrow.